The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Kaiser. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And right with it here over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Red zone opportunity. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They go with Howard again. Howard has the first down and then some. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Again, it's Crowell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Come on, let's go!
3rd and short yardage. Kaiser, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And he is level. Knocked down hard at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Again, it's Howard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first down, they run with Howard. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now it's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. On third down, Trubisky. Got a man, it's right. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. A first down carry now for Crowell. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
Here's a give to Crowell. Room to run again. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We remind you, no night game tonight on Christmas Eve, but we make that up with 2 games. Under your tree tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. Yes. I'm just reading the card. I got to give props to our writer, Ed Brady, there. But we start with the Steelers and Texans at 4:30 Eastern, followed by the Raiders and Eagles, a Super Bowl 15 rematch. You impressed that I know that?
I'm very much impressed that you know that. Who was the MVP?
Yep, that'll be at 8:30 Eastern from Philadelphia. Now Trubisky on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, showing why he was the #1 pick as he gets him behind the line. This is Howard on second down. Fighting through it. He's got space. And look out. A big hit to the shoulder pads. Took him right off his feet. Right at the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. First and 10, it's Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
A give to Howard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Trying the right side with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 5 yards there, and remember Howard last year, 5.2 yards per rush, so right around his average. The only Bears running back that's averaged that many yards per carry in a single season, Walter Payton.
And if Jordan Howard can keep up that type of pace, the city of Chicago will surely embrace him.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he locates Wheaton, complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete, right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out here in the eye. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
trying to punch it in with Howard. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Carpenter to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On the counter, it's Corral. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Kaiser. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Onto the field now come the Bears. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cannon. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On first down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's right. 23 yards on the play. Gun, Trubisky. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Again, it's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And the Browns getting set to go. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And not great starting field position here for the offense. On 1st and 10, Kaiser uncorks one for Davis. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
Now a handoff to Crowell. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Black round. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
Out of his end zone, Kaiser. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Meanwhile, the second quarter score from Carolina, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. That's right. Touchdown, Chicago! Kendall Wright, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A first down throw for Kaiser. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Willie Young. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Play fake. Kaiser. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the 20. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. He'll be brought down about the 28.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now let's go. Boom, land it.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the #2 rookie rusher. Heck, the #2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only had 12 carries. So once week 4 hit, really found his groove.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They run with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go now. Green 30. Single.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And the Bengals have extended their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And an alley to run. Nice move at the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Here we go. What? None. Ohio. Flick round.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Sammy Coates has it complete. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Sammy Coates, 99 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Chargers have just stretched their lead with a score. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
That one 28 yards on the ground. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Completes it to Miller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Back now at Soldier Field. They go counter with Howard. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Play clock winding down.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, this is Howard. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
All right, here we go.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Screenplay, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Flushed out right. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Shift together here from the D-line. Kaiser now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Browns on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Here we go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down, 4 down. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing right around the midfield stripe. They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Johnson, and he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.